We begin this bulletin with breaking news. Ahead of polls in Tamil Nadu, Minister KN Nehru is now under fresh ED scrutiny, with the central agency claiming he and his network have collected between 7.5% to 10% of contract values in tenders awarded by the municipal administration and water supply department. So the Enforcement Directorate has again written to Tamil Nadu Chief Secretary and DGP accusing Minister KN Nehru of corruption. This time though, the ED alleges the minister collected through his relatives 7.5% to 10% of the total contract value from contractors in tenders awarded by the municipal administration and water supply department. In fact, the ED has submitted a 252-page document alleging that 1,020 crore was collected as bribes and party funds in this manner. This is the second such communication from the Enforcement Directorate to the state government in 36 days. In fact, we are told that the documents this time include photographs, WhatsApp chats, also bribe calculation sheets. So ahead of polls in Tamil Nadu, KN Nehru is now under fresh scrutiny, with the Enforcement Directorate claiming he and his network collected between 7.5% to 10% of contract values in tenders awarded by the municipal administration and water supply department. Basically, this time the ED alleges the minister collected through his relatives 7.5% to 10% of the total contract value from contractors in tenders awarded by the municipal administration and water supply department. Sam Daniel has been tracking all the finer developments for us. Sam joins us live currently with further clarity. Sam, tell us what's new in this Enforcement Directorate letter.
Well, Parameshwaran, while in the first dossier, the Enforcement Directorate had alleged large-scale corruption in terms of jobs, collecting cash up to 35 lakh rupees for every job. In this case, they claimed that they've stumbled on evidences that prove that from 7.5% to 10% corruption was collected as cash by people closer to the minister, Mr. KN Nehru in Tamil Nadu, in awarding contracts by manipulating or fudging tenders even before they were opened. And they claimed that the evidences or the form of clear calculations, notes and WhatsApp exchanges giving specific information in terms of how much money as bribe was received for which contract, for which contractor, in which panchayat, such minute details they say. And this amounts to 1,020 crore collection of bribe for manipulation of contracts. They say the bribe has been paid in terms of cash and also channeling them through hawala transactions. And they've written to the State Chief Secretary, the DGP and the Director of the Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Unit in Tamil Nadu, asking them or urging them to file an FIR and to investigate these evidences so that Mr. K. Nehru and others involved could be prosecuted. Last time they had written only to the Chief Secretary and to the DGP in fact, but this time they've written it to the Chief Secretary, DGP and DVAC to what they call to expedite the whole process. The minister is there to respond. The state government, Chief Secretary, DGP and DVAC too are there to respond. But earlier the minister had denied these allegations, saying that the entire recruitment process was organized in a very transparent way by the Anna University. Not a single complaint was received by any of the people who took the exam among the 2 lakh people. And this is nothing but a false allegation by the Enforcement Directorate to tarnish what he calls the image of the Dravidian model government in Tamil Nadu. This time too, the DMK sources we spoke to on this claim that this is yet another fake narrative around corruption by the BJP at the center, using the Enforcement Directorate as a tool just before the elections, and that whenever it happens, they would face it legally. They point out that the Enforcement Directorate has a very poor credibility, referring to the expose, as they call it, by the Supreme Court not long ago, over the receipt of electoral bonds by the BJP from companies which were raided and later let off by Enforcement Directorate. And they say this too is just like a tool in the hands of the ruling BJP. The BJP, of course, is yet to respond, but we hope to speak to the minister himself and officials over this issue in the next few hours.
We'll, of course, revert to you for regular updates. Thanks so much, Sam.